Chicago Bears, don't you do it. Do not even think about it. Do not sniff around the Mike McCarthy tree. For the love of God, I'm seeing a lot of Chicago Bears fan out there saying, man, it wouldn't be so crazy. Mike McCarthy wouldn't be so crazy. Help me because I'm going to lose it. Help me. Tell me you are not, the people out there are not seriously considering an ex-Green Bay Packer head coach as the coach of the Chicago Bears. Granted, personality's cool. He seems like a great guy. Personality fit, whatever. He's competent. But that's how low the bar is for us now, that we just want a competent head coach. I don't want to be anywhere in the vicinity of Mike McCarthy as the head coach for the Chicago Bears. Please make this stop. Please put an end to this nightmare that I'm seeing online. I know we requested it, but at this point, who is not going to be interviewed by the Chicago Bears? We are interviewing everyone. We are trying to crank through this interview cycle, and there's a couple of notable names. I'm going to tell you right now, Ben Johnson, Mike Vrabel, anything below that is a drop off. And spoiler alert, even if I wanted Mike Vrabel, which I, somewhat a portion of me does, I don't think we're going to get him. I think he's going somewhere else. You can see it written in the stars that he goes to New England. I could even see New York, the Jets, making an aggressive run at him. I don't think, despite how incredible he would look in a Chicago Bears fit and how I think that he would resonate with the city and the players in the locker room, unless that interview goes differently than I think it's going to go, I don't think it's him that we're going to get. Even if we wanted him, I think to me, it feels like he's going elsewhere, and that's just his decision. That's him. Ben Johnson's the guy. I'm telling you, where there's smoke, there's fire. It's been going on for a long time. He's been flirting with us. Now it's time for us to court him. We've got to put our best foot forward, and our best foot is Caleb Williams. Our other best foot is 3 top picks in the first 45. Those should be blue chip players that we get. Those should impact the team immediately in 2025. We have a shit ton of money to spend in the free agency this offseason. That should immediately bolster our offensive line or our defensive line or whatever position we choose to have it impact. We should absolutely not re-sign Keenan Allen, despite how incredible he is, despite his resume. He's an aging wide receiver with a high price tag. No matter which way you slice it, it's not going to look good moving forward. It seemed like he dropped more balls than he caught this year. I know that's not true, but it felt like that. He had a lot of big drops this year. Take the money that you would spend on a third wide receiver and go invest that in the trenches. Go get the guard from Kansas City. Go get the center from Atlanta. There's a lot that we can do. We've got to be smart with the way we spend our money. I think absolutely Jacksonville has fucked themselves by keeping Trent Baalke. That is one of the most disgusting things I've seen, other than Chicago keeping Ryan Poles as GM. So many people are just disgusted and repulsed by the Baalke retainment. And I think that they completely brought themselves out of the running for Ben Johnson. Now, I wouldn't be honest if I didn't say there's not a cautious fear in me that Ben Johnson's somewhat interested and intrigued by the New England Patriots job. Why wouldn't he be? It's the Pats. You've got an owner that's going to back you. He's proven to be cutthroat. He's proven to want to win. He's going to back you. You've got a GM that seems like he's respected in Elliott Wolf. This year was a shit show. The last couple of years have not been great. But by all accounts, it's a top-notch organization to work for, to coach for. Sports town. Got a pretty good quarterback. He's a rookie, Drake May. Granted, the circumstances around him weren't phenomenal. Same as Chicago. Pick your poison. Pick your fancy. It's apples and oranges. Chicago, New England. Where are you going? I think we're going to get Ben Johnson. Everything below that, I don't want anything to do with Brian Flores. I don't care how good of a defense he calls. The stuff with Tua, that is something that he'll have to explain. But I almost might agree with him on Tua. I don't think Tua is ever going to accomplish anything as far as playoff success and Super Bowls in the NFL. think he's a talented quarterback. I think he's had incredible weapons. I think he's had an incredible play caller. I don't know if he's that great of a quarterback. Brian Flores might have been right. But please, for the love of God, don't get us anywhere near Mike McCarthy other than an interview. Use it for due diligence. Use it for data collection, scoping out the competition, trying to know what a top-notch coach does, what a competent coach does and looks for. Without a doubt, this is intel gathering. It's got to be. You can use that interview with Mike McCarthy to draw parallels to other coaches and what competent coaches do. Other than that, I mean, boy, I'll tell you, I'm seeing some of these people that we're requesting to interview. The offensive coordinator for the Cardinals, what the hell? What are we doing? What did that guy do this year? What did they do? I'm seeing Arthur Smith, great offensive coordinator. Don't put him in a head coaching seat in Chicago. It looks like he's going to draw a lot of interest. I don't want him. He did have to deal with a shit deck at quarterback in Atlanta with Ritter. But some of the other guys I'm seeing, Anthony Weaver, defensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. He used to be a Baltimore guy. That's cool. That's great. Whatever. Yeah, he looks like a leader of men. He's jacked. He looks like an alpha. That's cool. Interview him. Great. Bring him in. Some people worry about the play calling side of Ben Johnson, him not being a leader of men because he is an offensive mind and he is a play caller. Look at Kyle Shanahan. You look at Kyle Shanahan, look at what he's achieved. Like, you don't have to be a defensive, buff-ass linebacker-looking guy to be a leader of men. Look at Andy mother effing Reid. Does he look like a leader of men? No, but he knows how to empower. He knows how to delegate. He hires good-ass defensive coordinators, and he keeps his coordinators happy. If Ben Johnson is even half as smart as I think he is, he'll build a staff. He'll build a team around him, and I think he'll be tactful, and I think he'll be measured as he's been. He's proven to be these last couple of years. And I think if we get him, he's going to build a staff around him that supports our ecosystem and supports the locker room and supports the team and gets us to where we need to be. Granted, we need to move quick. Things are moving quick. Interviews are lining up quick. We need to get our man. If Ben Johnson's the guy, we need to move quick and can't waste time. We can't be indecisive. We need to be smart. It feels like the dominoes are going to fall pretty quickly when it comes to, probably some of these guys like Mike Vrabel. I think if Joe Brady gets offered a job, he'll take it. And I would imagine it's Jacksonville. It's one of those. I don't think it's Chicago. I don't think it's a Pat's job. I think it's one of those second tier jobs. And I would definitely say Jacksonville's a second tier job now that Trent Baalke is still involved, because that not a lot of people in the league are happy with that. So we'll see. Bear down, baby. Go get our guy. Go get Ben Johnson. If it's not Johnson, get Vrabel. If it's not Vrabel, then to hell with this next season, because I will not have much hope or optimism at all if we don't get one of those two guys. But praying for the best, anticipating the worst, because we are the Chicago Bears. But no matter what, bear down. Let's go. Get our guy. Let's go.